Alright guys, good Friday evening, and just like I told you, this vlog is going to be all about the dedication to this house here. This is going to be probably the last... Alright guys, don't know where I quite left off, but anyways, I thought I plugged the vlog camera in, but apparently I did not, and it was on its last leg, and it just died on me. So, I just plugged it in here. But anyways, like I was saying, this is probably going to be the last vlog in this house here. We're starting off the vlog with bacon. I have to get that out of the fridge. We're using the rest of that 10-pound box that we got. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set up here. I got to manually turn on the stove with the breaker again for the oven. And so we're just going to enjoy. Alright guys, we pretty much filled this thing up with bacon here. Don't worry, it's going to cook great because of the way that we cook it. Like I was telling you last week, this is the ideal oven. And we're going to sure miss this oven because it'll cook from the top and the bottom because it's broke. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put this in. And we'll let her cook. Show you guys the finished product when it's finished. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and check on the bacon here. I think it's about ready to be pulled out of here. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Alright guys, the bacon looks really good. I'm going to go ahead and let it cool for a bit, and we're going to go ahead and enjoy. Well, good afternoon, guys. It is 1:22 in the afternoon on a Saturday, and I've thought long and hard about what I should do today, and pretty much I've decided on this. I'm going to go to Rhinelander. I got to do a couple errands in Rhinelander, and also I'm going to go ahead and stop at AT&T in Rhinelander. I'm going to go talk to a couple people there and see what kind of coverage and what kind of deal they can get me if I decide to switch to them. I've had AT&T even before they were actually AT&T up in this area. They were Cellular One for the longest time, and their coverage was very, very spotty in most areas. But where I lived at the time, coverage was really good. If you were in town, coverage was great, but if you would go a couple miles out of town, you would hardly get any service. The service would not be very good, and sometimes actually you'd get no service. So I'm going to go there and I'm going to talk to them. They've actually put 6 towers up since I've actually been with them last, and they do have 4G. So when I've had them 5 years ago, and technology's changed so much, they only had the 2G, which is the Edge network. So I'm going to go and talk to them and see what kind of deals they can give me, and I want to verify coverage. I want to try out their coverage before I decide to go with them, possibly. I've got a couple different carriers that I'm actually communicating with right now. I would love to get unlimited data back. I had it with Verizon, but they forced me to get rid of my unlimited data plan when I upgraded to my iPhone 5S almost 2 years ago. I was paying the same amount for less data. So I'm paying just under $70. It's about $69 with tax. Unlimited talk and text, 2 gigabytes of data usage. And honestly, I use Wi-Fi most of the time, so I only use about 1 gig or a little bit less. But here's the one thing I'm really frustrated about. Verizon, if you don't use all of your data, you lose it. It doesn't roll over. You don't get to keep it. You're paying for it. You're basically paying for the data. And it really flip-flopped from years ago. You'd get unlimited data, and they charge you for the minutes and the text that you used. Now it's pretty much unlimited talk and text. That's the standard thing. And now they charge you for the data because everyone's got their, you know, they use their phone as a hotspot, or they've got a personal hotspot. They got different devices. iPads, laptops, go on vacation. A lot of people are watching videos and saturating the network. But one of the reasons I'm very frustrated with Verizon is that you don't get to keep your data. Even though it's not unlimited, okay, I can understand that. But here's the thing, you've got companies like T-Mobile and Sprint who offer the unlimited data. Flat out. T-Mobile, I've actually checked into them. They've got several different plans. They don't go on overage. You cannot go over data. If you're on a throttled plan with T-Mobile, say like for $50 a month, it's 1 gig of data. It's actually 1 gig of unlimited 4G LTE data. And if you go over the 1 gig, you just drop down in speeds. But it's still unlimited data. If you want unlimited 4G LTE data through T-Mobile, it's $80 a month. Or they've got a deal going on right now. 2 lines, unlimited data, unlimited talk and text for $100 a month. For 2 lines. So you can do 1 line for 80 or you can do 2 lines for 100. That's very competitive. And then you've got Sprint, who have the unlimited iPhone for life plan. You can get a new iPhone every year through them, and it's only $50 a month. Unlimited everything, unlimited talk, text, and data. 1 phone, $50, and that's through Sprint. They've got a iPhone plan, an iPhone for life plan, I should say. And then AT&T, they don't have unlimited data, but they do have rollover data. Which, honestly, if you're not using all your data and you don't have an unlimited data plan, it should roll over. You shouldn't just, hey, if you don't use it, you lose it. That's, in my opinion, that's very bad marketing right there. Overall, where I'm at, Verizon has fairly decent service. I very rarely drop a call, but very rarely do I make a phone call. I text message, iMessage, but very rarely do I have a problem with Verizon. But here's the thing, if I decide to renew with Verizon, of course I'm going to get the newest iPhone. That's almost $40 a month if you go on their Edge plan. So $40 just for the phone, and then you've got the plan. So I'm going to be paying about $110 a month, and right now I'm paying just under $70. That's quite a jump with all the hidden taxes and fees. And here's the other thing, too, that I just found out a little bit ago. I was told for me, it would be 75% of the device I'd have to pay off in order to get a new phone. And I have to turn that phone in. So in my situation, I'm sure if you guys got more data, it might be better for you. But in my situation, for only 1 line, for me having to turn in my iPhone after paying 75% of it off and paying about $110 a month, that's a ripoff. It really is. That's not fair. So I've got several carriers that I'm considering right now. Sprint was willing to give me service in my area, even though they flat out told me, hey, we don't offer service in your area. We have no Sprint towers, but we do roam, and of course it would be off of Verizon. The only thing is, they got back to me this morning, because I told them to check on it for me, because they would put in a request. They said they'd be willing to give me service, which I thought was kind of weird, because normally a company would not want to give you service if they're not on, if you're not using their tower. But they got back to me this morning and they said, we can give you service, but it's only going to be 800 minutes a month, and you're only limited to like 100 megabytes of data for like $50. And I told them, I says, if that's the best deal you could do for me, I'm going to have to pass, because I was really interested in that unlimited iPhone for life thing for $50 a month. But they weren't able to do that for me. They put it through the system, and the system would not let them do that. So Sprint is unfortunately out. I know I wouldn't be using Sprint's towers. I'd be roaming. It's just the thing is, I'm always one who shops for a better deal. And I'm fine right now paying $70 a month for 2 gigs of data, unlimited talk and text for 1 line. In my opinion, that's pretty good. The problem is I'm considering this next year when I'm going to get the new iPhone. One thing I did almost 2 years ago when the iPhone 5S came out is I waited outside for the new iPhone, and I was actually first in line at the Rhinelander Verizon because I was going to wait at Minocqua, but I went in and I said, are you guys going to have the iPhone at launch? And they flat out told me, because we're an authorized dealer, we get it about a week and a half to 2 weeks later, that they were not going to have the iPhone. So I went to Rhinelander, which was the authorized Verizon, the actual real Verizon. And that was good. The only thing is, though, is now they've actually closed that Verizon store, and they've moved the Team Wireless that used to be right next to Walmart and Rhinelander. They moved it right across from Kohl's. So needless to say, there's no real Verizon. So I'm not going to be able to camp out there and get the next iPhone, which is probably going to be around September if we follow Apple's pattern. September, October is a pretty good bet when the next iPhone's going to be. So the closest real Verizon is in Iron Mountain. If AT&T can get me, a good, decent amount of service, then I might go with them. I mean, it's been a while. It's been over 5 years since I've been with AT&T. The only reason I switched is because Verizon came up. I figured I'd try them out. I heard they were much better coverage, and they were. The problem is, you go on Verizon's Facebook page, and they're bashing Verizon after one, after another. It's like you can't read one good comment. And the only thing Verizon has to say is, oh, we're sorry about that, please PM us, private message us on Facebook. A lot of people are saying they haven't gotten back to them, and a lot of people are not happy with the way that Verizon is going as a company. And frankly, charging customers $300, $400, $500, $700, $800 a month for only a couple phones, I've actually got friends that their bill is like almost $500 for like 4 lines. That's flat out ridiculous, and they're charging you for the data. So if I can go to AT&T and get good enough service with rollover data, I would go with that. But I did check out T-Mobile, and they're going to get back to me by Tuesday. The only thing is T-Mobile does not offer service in my area either, but they're going to see if they can do anything for me. They said they can't guarantee, but they will try, so we'll see what T-Mobile says there. But honestly, I would either like unlimited data, or I'd like rollover data. Preferably unlimited data, would be ideal, because then I shouldn't have to worry about my data usage. I really shouldn't. No one should have to. They should just buy it and use it. Here's another thing, too. Cricket Wireless is a partner of AT&T, and I'm also looking into them as well. So we will see how that goes. So I've definitely got options. I just have to outweigh my options and see, what everyone's willing to give me, and just go from there. I've already tried Cellcom, and most of you know how that went. Wasn't very good at all, and it would have only saved me $5 extra, and it wasn't unlimited data or rollover data, so I had to pass on that. I tried out that phone for about a week, and yeah, wasn't all that good in my area. Alright guys, it is Sunday right now, and I'm going over to help my sister and future brother-in-law pack. They're going to move out of the house, so you'll be able to see the last little bits of the house, from the vlog. So anyway, guys, to continue my story from yesterday, I went into AT&T, and it looks pretty promising. They told me that there's a tower, and I know exactly where it's at, about a mile from my place. So that's going to be good. They says coverage looks really good. So it didn't used to be. They just put a tower up recently. So that is supposedly up and running. So when the next iPhone comes out, like I said, more than likely September, possibly October. If we follow Apple's pattern, it should be sometime in September. I'm going to go in and see what they can do, but I'm still waiting to hear from T-Mobile. So once I hear from T-Mobile, I'll clue you guys in, you know, in next week's vlog, week 13. What's up, buddy?
Oh, Jesus.
Alright guys, just like I told you, this is going to be the very last week that you're going to see the house in. So basically, like I told you before, starting the process of moving out. Alright guys, like I told you, this vlog is all about the dedication to this house here. I'm just helping Amy and Trevor move the last of their stuff out of here. So we'll give you a little tour of the inside for those of you who have not really seen the inside. I've had a lot of good memories here.
I agree.
I mean, even before you guys moved in here, there was a lot of good memories. Alright, so looks like we've got the NASCAR on here. The 2 bedrooms in here, bathroom in there, don't really need to show you that. Getting everything moved out of here. As like I said, everyone's going their separate ways. And down here was the basement. You guys have already seen, if you've seen previous vlogs, you've seen downstairs. I mean, it is a much smaller house, but there's a lot of memories that went on in this house with a lot of different people. I'm going to show you guys downstairs one last time here. I've pretty much shown you everything upstairs here. One last time I'm going to show you downstairs. This is where a lot of good memories were, right here. A lot of good people. We used to have a lot of good get-togethers. We used to crank this stereo up here pretty loud, and it would get the whole house bumping, and you can actually feel the beat upstairs on the floor. And then I used to bring my computer, and I used to have the projector on that wall here. Tried it over here as well, and then we finally just switched to the TV, played music videos. We just all had a good time, you know. Had a lot of good parties down here, a lot of good memories are in this house here. But just like I said, everyone is going their separate ways, and everyone is going to move forward. So that's why, that's one of the reasons that I'm vlogging, because if later on down the road I wanted to look at how things have changed over the years, I can just look back on the vlogs and see. So, alright guys, with that said, I've shown you the house, and this vlog is basically a dedication to this house here, and a lot of good memories, like I said, and it will be missed. Alright guys, so I just helped my sister and my brother-in-law move here at their new place. That's currently where I'm at right now. We took 2 trips, and like I said, they're getting settled in here, so I figured now would be actually the perfect time, because I do have plenty of footage for today's vlog. I'm just going to go ahead and end today's vlog, guys. I know it was different, and I know I say that every week, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And alright guys, like I always say, and until next time.